miscellaneous items that are done throughout the month of December.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty positive that they had a distribution, several distributions in there, and that's why, you know, we have 6 million. And I did glance through this.
He's on there, Brad's on there.
Just in case you forgot what you said.
It's repeated.
Oh. Did you look at it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and make a motion. I'll second.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims as presented.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Shut that off. I guess we should take care of our appointments. Sorry, guys. Should start doing that.
Because
You
might
so
be
sorry.
ready.
I know. It's such hard.
I would make a motion to nominate Brenda Hardy as president of the county commissioners, unless Andrew wants a shot at it.
No, I will second that.
All in
Okay, all
favor?
those in favor, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping me out.
Aye.
Aye. 3-0.
Okay, for vice president.
I'll make it.
I would like to make a motion to Andrew.
Got
Wow, you too. I can second that.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I will make a motion to make Tim Shoemaker secretary. of the Board of Commissioners.
And I will second that.
No,
Aye.
There you go. Thank you. Okay, now we need, I guess, the appointment of the drainage board. President, I was, as president of the commission, so I mean, I can, since you
I'll make
feel
that
confident of
motion.
making you president, I can
Yes.
do that.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Here you go. LEPC board. Okay. Did we table that last year? Or are you on there?
Oh, yeah, no, I am on that. I forgot. I am. I do go to the meetings. I do. I actually go to all these meetings they're calling one. Yes, I am.
You get so busy, you just see you have a meeting, you can go.
You just got it right.
More.
So yes, I am on. I go to those.
Okay, because there's a few.
We do
appointments that were
LEPC,
missing. Okay,
There's two of them on the same day.
right.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to appoint Andrew to LPC.
And I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna back up. These are not on the agenda. We need to appoint Kent Bennett and his firm as our county attorney.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. And then need to appoint ambulance director. Let's see that. It's not, let's see on.
Okay.
Ambulance director,
I'll make a motion to appoint Garth Cagle.
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. And then superintendent of the county highway,
I'll make a motion to appoint Rusty Beaver.
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
3-0.
And on that, I'd like to bring up more on that. Rusty has been gracious enough to serve us for 16 months. And when he started, he really probably never thought he'd be here that long. So we are going to open up publicly, put out there for the highway superintendent. And people from within can apply. And we'll have a committee, which Rusty and Travis will set on, and Roger is already like Roger to set in on the interview. And we'll go from there, and then Rusty can train the new person and go from there. So that'll be happening here fairly soon, to see what's out there.
Okay, thank you. Now we're gonna move on to veteran officer. Can I get a motion? Well, I'm just looking at last year's minutes. I'm like, we're missing.
I'll make a motion to approve Bob Cage.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Okay. With the RPC, now we need the board of finance on our agenda.
Yes. I don't know.
Okay.
That's usually you as president.
I'll make a motion to appoint Brendan Hardy.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. And then the community action.
I'll make a motion that Andrew remain community action.
And I'll second.
Aye.
All in favor? Aye. I had to breathe. Okay, now I think we're ready for the insurance committee. And I think it's me.
I'll make a motion to appoint Brendan Hardy.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Yep. Okay. We did 10.
I'll make a motion to appoint Jim Shoemaker.
And I'll second that.
Aye.
EMA advisory board. And you want to make that motion or you want me to?
I'll make a motion.
Okay,
I'll second.
that's okay. I'll second it to appoint Andrew to the EMA advisory board.
Were you thinking you wanted to set on?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Well, now's your time to chime in. Sarah, what is the deal with the district planning commission? Because I still get emails on it since I was on it before.
So who's on it now?
We haven't appointed anybody.
Okay,
Do you
well,
have?
they still, this last year, this over the back one, they only had, I think, 2 meetings.
Okay,
And, so hopefully this year they'll start doing work.
Okay.
But, as far as the, planning commission, I mean, you still need to appoint one.
okay,
And now on the oversight committee, that's the mayors and them that have on that part of it. That's a question on, I don't even think they're even having.
Yeah, I didn't
last week, they quit doing it.
right.
They quit having that.
What's happened is that the state's kind of backing off on the district, assisting the district on their hazmat and stuff like that. But our district is still doing the committee because we want to keep that togetherness. As far as if something happens in our district, we still have the ability to together and help each other out, just like we did that when I needed assistance up there. People from 2 or 3 different counties come in and assist. So we still have ours. It may change from district planning committee to something else, but right now.
Okay, well, I think at this time, maybe we'll want to talk about who we want to appoint, so is it all
I
right?
was gonna say, because DPC, you guys, it's the commissioner's appointment, it's not a commissioner.
Right,
You were on it as auditor,
correct, yes.
so it's an appointment that you.
So we'll talk about that and see who, we think maybe would be interested or would want to appoint.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys okay with that?
Anybody raising a hand in the room?
So, yes.
Well, because I know I used to ride with Joe.
Now, as far as the planning committee, that's not necessarily what you mean.
Right, that's right, just don't.
Okay.
Yes,
Maybe I'm thinking when you get ready to.
no,
Yeah, they're gonna get thinking, they're gonna think about it, Joe, they're gonna think.
we're thinking about who we want,
Okay.
none of us are gonna.
I didn't think you wanted another meeting.
No, I'm good.
No.
So we're gonna
Okay.
skip over
Monty
the
is
district
great.
court. Okay, we're gonna skip over and do away with the district court oversight committee and go down to the plan commission. And I think Tim was. that.
I'll make a motion to appoint Tim Shoemaker.
And I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 3-0.
Now, is this for the Fountain County? Planning Commission, or this-
Yes, it should say,
This is Fountain County. Planning
this
Commission.
should, instead of district, it should say Fountain County.
Oh, okay.
Good call. Catch.
Yes.
Okay, cemetery commission, I know
Did
that's
we-
been
did
kind
we
of.
vote on that?
Who voted on that?
No, we didn't. do-
Where's the planning commission?
Andrew.
I did.
Andrew and I seconded.
Oh,
I, so you didn't have to, it was two different.
You were out back there only.
Why? I would have thought, I would have flushed.
Question.
I'm good.
Okay, all right. Cemetery, I don't know, did we need,
Bob Shepherd currently took that over. Does anyone remember? I was thinking Bob might.
Yeah, that was, we tabled it and it came back.
okay.
Just real loosely, I mean, he's on,
Well,
thinking on their figurehead.
so what do you want to do? You want to table it until we,
We have what, last year's beginning on it,
I have tabled,
table.
I don't have
I
information in
think
front of me of where we actually appointed someone, so.
Let's skip it, I can find it.
That's something we have to add. I think it is.
Yeah, it's statutory.
I'll tell you what, let's,
Table it until next meeting.
well, I'm pretty sure Bob. But in the worst case scenario, we can put him on there and if he doesn't want to serve, he can tell us he doesn't want to serve.
Okay.
But I think Bob Shepherd, and I'll make that motion.
I will second that.
All those in favor? Aye.
And I'll call him.
Okay, that way we're done with it.
Yeah.
Okay, Region 4 workforce, I think we appointed Andrew for this last year.
I'll make that motion. Make a
I'll
motion.
second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Alcohol beverage board, we did Roger Foster.
Bob Shepherd. That's who we had.
Bob Shepherd was the cemetery, I thought, okay, good.
All right, so Roger
I'll make a
Foster,
motion for Rob Foster for the alcohol beverage board. He got the totals, he doesn't want
okay,
I'll second.
all those in favor?
it.
3-0. Trustees of the Fountain County for employee benefit trust, and I think I did that last year.
I'll make a motion to appoint Rick Carter.
I'll say.
All those in favor? I need to slow down, so sorry. So I think we need to, I'm on board.
You're on that. I'll make a motion to appoint Brenda Harney to the board.
I'll second.
Okay. favor?
Aye.
3-0. We already took care of our contracts with Falls and Falls and Color PC, correct? We're asking. Yeah. Do you have any questions on that? No. Okay. All right. No, I'm sure you're sweet. I guess we're ready for department heads. We'll start out with- yeah.
What, Rusty, go on?
Rusty, you want to come up here?
No.
You can be first. Good morning.
How are you today?
Good.
I had sent a text to Mr. That, did you get my text on the mailbox resolution that we talked about last week?
Yeah, I'll talk to you outside of the meeting about that. That's, you can't, the law's the law, we can't really pass an ordinance. You have
No,
to-
I understand that, but we got to establish, are we gonna use what we originally have, or are we gonna upgrade to what? That was what we had talked about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem with what you had, it's just as a matter of making it a county ordinance to say that, I mean, that's, there's no real action for the commission.
Okay.
It's just,
Well, that's why I wanted to check, because we want to get clarification due to the fact this is the season. So
it's just if
I thought,
if you break it, you buy it with the plow, if snow hits it, it's not
yeah.
liability, those are all just tort issues that aren't, we can't make an ordinance or pass a resolution or an ordinance that really has any effect.
Yeah, I understand that. I just want to make sure we say what we had. Okay. We have one new truck in, we should have it ready to go, put the radio in today. Snowplow will be picked up for it tomorrow. It'll be operational. The second one, these are the ones we ordered last November. The second one will be here in 2 weeks, ready to go. So, bring me up to date. Our maintenance program, we have a situation with depth. I don't know if you understand that with diesel engines. The depth is becoming a issue problem with our availability of maintenance. In order for us to properly do it, we have to send it to a factory or to a rep like Terre Haute. The shop foreman came to me, there is a program, software update, that our guys could actually do the code checking. And it's gonna cost a little bit of money, and it's a 1-day school for one of our technicians to go to. I strongly suggested to him that we had funding available to get that done, so we can be updated. And because all of our machines are on that, basically, everything we have. And in order to be certified to check the codes, they're not gonna give us 100% open, but we will have availability to do most of it. I guess it's preventative maintenance type more than it is, loading it on a truck, hauling it to Terre Haute and say, well, here's all you need to do and then ship it back. So saving time, cost, and funding, I authorize him to pursue that. Can't tell you the exact cost because we didn't have a full benefit on it yet. Can you make a note
I don't
for
know.
there?
No, I just had another note come
Oh,
up.
okay, so,
We triggered
Also-
something.
also, for the council, I'm looking into figures and stuff on line painting at county roads. I can just tell you right now, that's a phenomenal liability and a high cost, but I will get the figures and present it to them hopefully by the 10th.
It's a liability because we are not, one, we don't have enough right. I mean, we don't have, our roads aren't wide enough.
We don't have
And the second you put lines on there, we're now saying that this can be driven at 55 mile an hour or whatever.
Yeah, our roads aren't capable of 55 miles. Yeah, you're exactly right, but I will get the figures for you.
Yeah.
I mean, they asked, the third thing I have, I know this is probably not the right time to even think about it, but it is as far as availability and what have you. Our total patchers, the ones that we use yearly, basically, are really, really outdated. I asked for a quote and they were only gonna allow us $2,000 for an $80,000 to $90,000 machine. So that tells you how bad a shape they're in. They're 13, 11 years old. It's something that definitely need to look into. I'm gonna look at budget items, see if we're well within. I feel like we can, but I don't wanna stick my nose out there yet. The second thing besides that, the two trucks we use, the single axle trucks we use to pull those, one is no longer, and we get a parts for it, so outdated. So I'm in the process of trying to bid out two single axle trucks. And if it takes a year to get them, patching next spring is gonna be terrible. Because we can't keep that one Sterling truck running. The orange one, it just can't get parts for it. It's obsolete. So I'm working on that, and other than that,
Will the ton truck be able to pull that?
yes, if we put a dump there. But the problem with that is you can't get enough on the one ton to, you have to pull it, but where are you gonna get the material?
Oh, okay.
You know, you gotta have 10 ton of
Yeah.
peat gravel. Yeah,
No,
yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Now, the tons we pull the hot buggies, we're really the hot mix. But unfortunately, there's no hot mix through until about 28th of April. So that's where we're at. That's about the most I got. We're very thankful that this new year started out where we don't have a whole lot of snow and a whole lot carrying on, but we're working at it. We got some beaver issues that are really plugging roads. And I mean, we're talking possibly taking bridges out if the water continues to get, and then we get spring floods. So we're gonna try to address those today and tomorrow, if possible. The mountain road is still a main issue. It's almost to the point where you're either gonna have to close it or but in the end of our roads.
Is that what we did, the 2 miles that we did?
Yes, with the
all in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, the tonnage that they're running is just pounding. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar when you have constant traffic in an area, as you push the dirt down, it pumps water up. Once you get the water up, you've got a major problem. So now the only thing to do is basically dig that road out, fill it full of some heavy stuff, and then try to back it back in.
And I talked to the guy at the trash place about concrete in it, or
He keeps saying he's ready, but he hasn't showed any movement yet. Yeah, any of his crushed concrete, I'd be more than glad to work with him, but I've not seen any action out there. And then the only action I've seen is he called and said it's hard for his trucks to get up and down there. And I understand that, but it's, you could literally stay on that road all day long, every day of the week, and you're not gonna have it. It's not gonna get there. It's just, we've got good drainage. We've got a lot of stuff. It's just that constant weight pumping.
so we go back to cutting the ditch in front of our building, not letting them have access to Fountain County right there.
That That is a very,
Morning.
no, I'm serious, that is a good option.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mountain Road, where the trash services,
Okay.
all of everything coming from Fountain County and their semis actually exit and hit Mountain Road, our gravel road, to go down either, go up to 32 or go down to 234. They can come in from Montgomery County. And the Fountain County trucks can go on down 32 or 234 and come in on Alamo Road. So cut that right there to where we keep them, there's no need for a trash truck anymore to come up that road. Or them to exit there, just to keep them on, because it's Montgomery County business. We're getting on now.
The county's not benefiting out of it.
And if we just, it's an easy constant mess for us, we can't keep it up just the way it goes. That's our side of the country, we take care of, Montgomery County has nothing to do with it. Warren and Vermillion would take care of this side, but they've got the river.
Which road are you cutting?
Mountain, well, it'd be schoolhouse road, so they couldn't get into their,
So you're
site,
disconnect the road, you're not gonna make.
disconnect the road.
Yeah, Mountain Road, we still an operating road.
Yeah, Mountain Road, north and south, we still have to repair it, but we can keep up with it without the traffic, if you stop the traffic. That's the only, I tried to, we recycled that road, we compacted the dog out of it. But as long as that weight's coming, it's pumping, and as long as there's moisture, it's gonna keep running that.
If we close that road, will it cause any problems for the sheriff or fire department?
Not Fountain County.
No, I don't think.
And anything for them would be coming from Montgomery anyhow.
Yes.
Not like a simple decision for the commission.
I think we need to all look at that and make,
And meet with the guy and meet with him.
and say, this has gotta be done, or we gotta do this, one or the other.
We don't have the money to rebuild that.
We don't have the manpower to stay down there 24 hours a day and maintain it. And you basically have to, because they run all night.
So we talked to the business and maybe he'll chip in and upgrade that road.
He already said he would.
He already said he would, it's
It's
just,
just a simple manpower for us now. We just don't have time and effort.
So we contract it out and then pay for it.
That's what, he was wanting to work with Montgomery, and I think he was, and he was gonna pay to blacktop that road from this place to Alamo Road.
right,
And widen, they were supposed to take a couple of culverts out, and then he said he would be fine running all this stuff to that way. But you and I are gonna stop the ones from Fountain County, and Parker County coming and cutting through. It's just not about, they're tearing all the roads up down there.
right, you're coming up out of Park County, they run by the sheriff's house, wide open, I mean, he's got problems on that portion of it, it's.
You could look at truck routes, weight restrictions,
We can try that.
process, I mean, it's not gonna stop the trucks, just gives us the
The
ability.
problem is, then you're restricting your farm traffic.
Well, I think there's an exception for
Agriculture
Yeah.
exemption.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that, I mean, if they more glad to try it.
And you have to have
But
somebody
right now,
Well, yeah, I mean, the sheriff's department can enforce it.
have the horses, and catching them.
Yeah, now if the sheriff is monitoring and he sees the trash truck running through there, he can pull them over and give them a ticket.
he did, there, a couple weeks ago, he just got started. It's,
We've been,
I think we need to definitely make a decision and meet together on that, and that's something that drainage and what have you, we need to look at, we need to get our options prepared, and then try to make a decision how the best way to solve it. I understand regulating truck flow, yeah,
at this point, I think the best way is to cut it, because those trucks, they're not gonna.
they're not gonna stop, no, unless you dig a moat across there and they can't get through.
Literally shut it off.
And put the guardrail up with the yellow on the side, so dead end. Yeah.
Or that's what we do, we don't have to cut the road,
Right.
just put a guardrail there and say.
Oh, yeah, you gotta put a dead end right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you check and make sure we're not breaking any laws?
Right.
Yeah, so what's the plan to
I would say, I mean, I'll shut up, what do you guys think? You've been down there, saw the mess, know what we're
I
paying.
understand what you want to do, and like you said, we just don't have the manpower to redo the
Or the
road,
money.
and it's not just one trash company.
Well, the problem I've got, the ruts that are 2 to 3 foot deep right now are frozen. Okay,
Wait till spring.
well, there's still enough that if a unknown vehicle comes up through there and hits that, we're talking major accident. I don't want that liability, and I don't think you do either. I think we need to look at it, discuss it immediately, and get something done on it, and
Commissioners have full discretion to close roads.
We tried. We
We
spent
did
a lot
try.
of money trying to do that.
Right.
Travis, you agree with that?
what's that?
We tried, we hired that thing to come in here, we dug the entire road up. There's not much else we can do.
No, wrong. Wrong time of year, right, today, got to do the project we did.
Right.
Should have did that, been somewhere, had more time to dry, instead of doing it all year. But regardless, you got traffic being the best out, you don't want to stop. There's no reason to try to pay it like we told when we went down there. You can't keep the damn gravel road up, you'll never keep blacktop on
I agree.
Yes.
it, so.
Can we just temporarily close
Yeah.
it now, just to make sure nobody gets hurt and then deal with it in the spring or whatever? I mean, it's something that has to be dealt with, whether it's a permanent fix or,
Can you?
If I close it right now, that's right, what'll happen, they'll move the next road down and come through. They're already doing that, when we had the signs up, closing it then.
well, that's the problem with grid networks. I mean, you're not gonna block them off. They're always-
Exactly.
So there's another road north of it or something?
No, just straight, west of it, they'll come up, yeah, Hollow or the other one, there's another one there. Coming off 234,
Well, just so but they still won't be able to enter the plant.
yeah, because the road is past the plant, south of the plant. We've got to stop the dead end right there at the plant. We got to actually close
That's what I'm saying.
schoolhouse, put a road across there
Right,
and block it off.
right.
Where schoolhouse goes into the government.
So are they coming down like Limpet or Myers?
Any of them, they come up all of them. Mountain Road gets bad, they start finding other ways around it. It's where it goes, where high school and Lutheran Church Road go into Montgomery County, those are the areas we have to block off as it goes across, because if you don't, he's right there on that corner, right there. So, just saying we got a problem. And Travis and I, last week was gonna close it and thought we were gonna be able to get down and fix it because we had fallen and what have you, we can't. They're down there right now, they checked it, the ruts are 1.5 feet, 2 foot deep. I mean, it just, you're not gonna get it out. Now it's frozen, somebody hits on it, it's just like hitting the cement curve, it's gonna flip, it's gonna do something. And I think, county liability wise, we need to take action to either close both roads or do something.
So 2 roads to take care
Basically, yeah, you gotta stop them from entering.
of. Right, you know the one right at the plant, where's the other one?
Well, the one's coming out, that's where they'll come down and try to go in. You see what I'm saying?
We'll drive down
Okay. Get with us and, we'll be glad to go show you what we think is sufficient as far as doing that.
Because if we put a weight limit on it, then the trucks can't pick up trash for the people there in the area.
Right,
And they can say, well, we was picking up trash for the people in the area. Well, that's fine then.
but you don't pick it up with the semi, pound it down through there, yeah, I understand. I hate to be like that, but I mean, if we can't take care of it, then we need to make a situation even.
Yeah, well, like he said, he can go out the other way. And as far as the trash services coming in, they
Gotta drive 2 miles extra, but
drive tough.
that 2 miles saves our thousands of dollars on the road that we can't.
And I realize it's an important business, the transfer station.
Sure.
We gotta do something with the trash, I get that, but we can't account with.
What's gonna cost us to get rid of that trash?
Yeah.
I mean, basically, that's what it amounts to, that's all I've got, unless you guys have something.
If you're not closing the road immediately, can we at least take a dump truck or two and put those big rocks so nobody gets out?
We're gonna get that taken care of,
Something, you know.
yeah, to protect us. Yes. And the second thing is, I do need to make, Roger, I've been asked by property owners to, give them permission to barricade a lane that belongs to a property owner, because people are going around our road closed sign, cutting down through this field and coming out his driveway. I don't feel like that's the county's responsibility to barricade his lane, private property, and fix his waterway that people tore up. And it's on our Epperson Road,
Right.
They're going around.
That's not our responsibility. He can do whatever he wants with it. I think if we use any of our blocks or anything to block that road and somebody gets
Except
hurt,
liability.
that's our, you know, why are we there? It's none of our business.
Okay.
But
I want to make sure, or,
If we do something there, then we assume that we.
Yeah.
okay, okay,
It's not our problem, really. He needs to fix it.
right, right.
The only other thing I have is, Perry Street, Xavier Road.
All right, there, Xavier,
Yeah.
yeah,
I was talking to the mayor of Attica the other day, and we got talking, and I said, look, that thing is a mess. Who services what to where? I said, if you look at it, we go just about to Perry Street, county paid for it. But your city limits come clear down to right at the entrance to the cemetery, and then halfway on down to the cemetery. So I guess, long story short, I would like to get HWC, their engineering company, and our engineering company together and try to figure out a joint effort to get that down, at least to Badlands, get that all asphalted and taken care of.
actually, if you look at your map that you gave me, we go clear to the, north end of the cemetery, right there in the city limits.
Yeah, that's what I
That
said,
trailer
yeah,
park down below there is,
yeah,
part, and
yeah.
we had that scheduled for, right after planting season, to go in there, we gotta dig those humps clear out.
But if you look at it on the Attica city limits, they're clear down to the Badlands. They're on half of the road.
But they
I don't know
don't
what
go
that
to the
means.
state map,
Okay.
the one you gave me,
Okay.
cause I always said
Well,
that too.
then, Attica is willing, and what I'm trying to say is that whatever we have to do, we have to do. I
Okay,
want to get us to where Attica does the exact same thing that year, to where it's all done.
that's one, no problem, we need to change the pipe on the other side of the
Yeah,
Badlands,
that's why.
we've got the pipe. It's just, when do you wanna shut the road? I mean, that's not, I've got one side of the right of way, okay, I haven't got the other side yet, so.
Well, the planting season really shouldn't be an issue with that. You're not bringing grain in on planting season, so.
Well, you got a lot of semis coming there according to IDM. through
They're
April, May.
doing their contracts.
Yeah.
Some of the,
Yeah, we got federal contract. So we can only close partial and then fix it and do the other side, so that at least they've got no
well, I
block.
think what, Tim is saying, whether you want to reach out to USI,
Yeah, we
Superintendent,
can.
Justin, work with Justin and WHC.
Right.
And see if we can do a joint,
Yes,
community crossing
Yeah.
grant to take care of that.
yeah,
I think that's what
absolutely.
we're-
That'd be great, yeah.
Well, I would
absolutely.
rather do the, have milestones do it or something, so we don't even have to mess with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, we don't have the time to go up there and dig stuff out.
No,
So do you want to reach out to Justin then to see
I'll talk to
for our
Justin,
next
yeah.
community crossing grant thing that's coming up?
Right.
And then we
Well,
can
we've
kind of
already
coordinate
placed
that.
ours for the next call.
Okay,
So, yeah, I'll get with them for the spring call.
okay,
Yeah,
Sounds good.
fall call, we've already,
right.
as a matter of fact, I think you got bids coming in the 18th for
The
that.
next meeting, they should be in.
Right, yeah, that's in the plan, and I mean, it's got to be fixed.
We're just trying to stay in the rotation of. going out
Absolutely,
and stuff.
absolutely, not a problem. But yeah, I'll be more than glad to work with them on that, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the office, Kent, I may need your advice on this also. We received a couple quotes on some office, affordable offices for the highway department. I talked to Dudley also, I sent him pictures and specs and he sent it out to all the council. We are all in favor of we received two, a 12 by 20 and the amount of $12,504 $12,504.08 for a 12 by 20, and then a 12 by 28 at $16,612.83. The configuration of that larger unit, being there's gonna be two full-time people and then an additional two in and out with the superintendent, assistant superintendent, that configuration is a much better configuration for us. And longevity wise, it can be converted to something else later on. I think on behalf of the commissioners, we're in favor of that 12 by 28. The council was also for the not majority held so far, but they were also leaning towards that. I would like to make a motion to approve that contingent on the council's funding at their meeting next week. I don't foresee it being a problem, but if there is, we can situate that afterwards. That'll keep the ball rolling, and we could have an expected delivery date, within 2 to 3 weeks after we get funding from the council. For that.
You're fine on that. We're lucky the manufactured structure like that is not real estate, it's personal property that's under $50,000. So
Right.
you just
And you
got
can't,
quotes and you can go ahead, you can move on that in your discretion.
And I think
I'll
it can-
second.
Okay,
what?
all those in favor, no,
So I'll make a motion to approve the 12 by 28, for 16,000. This number's less than what the council actually received because this unit actually went on sale on January 1st. So it was 17, it's about $900 less than what the council saw. So for the amount of $16,612.83 for 12 by 28, contingent upon funding from council.
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Now, with it being a new year, we may not have to do the additional appropriation depending on what we have available. If we would happen to do the additional, we would certainly do it the next meeting. There's not enough time to do it for the council to act on next week, so we can work that out.
Rusty,
Go ahead.
Dixie View Road, the one by the cemetery. Development of Summer County in Radford is developing about 100 homes in that field down there. And that road needs to be widened. So for traffic in and out of it, what is the process that we need to go through to make sure that we have the right of way and we can widen that road to accommodate that traffic?
Dixie View.
DCB Road right by the cemetery. It goes down to JW's house.
Is that the dead end on straight down the big speed park?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much right of way do we have there, do we know?
We're supposed to have that 40 foot, but I don't know where we're at as far as widening the road. I just have to measure, I don't know what we got to go with you.
Yeah, we could go out there and take a look at that,
Okay.
and then we'll just put an application, submit an application for widening the road. It gets tricky because I don't know if the city of Covington is planning on annexing that into the city. So we need your help here to get permission from the county to widen the road and then turn it over to the city, or the county widen the road, or the city can't widen the road.
I'm pretty sure somewhere along the mix, the county or the city of Covington talked about annexing. There was 2 new additions going in. And they were they're planning to annex both of them.
I really think unless they tell you they're not going to annex it, it should be a city issue.
With the road as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they're gonna, I mean, we can improve it and spend the money and turn it over to them, but if they're going to.
We
They have.
Then again, manpower and time,
They have every incentive for assessed value to.
Yeah.
we can talk
Well,
to Brad too.
yeah, I can talk to Brad about it too. Option C is to make the contractor build the road.
right?
But still, we need the permission to widen it and go through all that, so.
Yeah, and zoning wise, we do have the 2 mile zone. I don't have any idea what Covington, whether they have a subdivision control ordinance or anything like that. So that really, it should be going through their process now. But yeah, I coordinate with the city and figure something out.
I'll talk to Brad, make sure he is gonna annex it.
And
If he is, then.
Get me and I'll go with you, anything you want us to
Okay.
do. Okay.
Thanks.
All right, thank you, sir. Sorry, guys, it took so long. I didn't even ask for money. Yeah, what's wrong with you? Yeah, day's not over, can't try. Yeah.
All right, moving on the clock, and then we'll got 2 minutes.
We'll be
Having quit.
We'll give you
3? Two things, I got notice last week, we should possibly get a new truck next week. He said it should be done, and we should get delivery of it next week, during the week of the 10th. We got a truck in the shop right now, we had a recall on the DEF system on it, both the 2015s have it, so it's over at Bill Estes in Brownsburg. They work on heavy trucks like that, so we can go over there, so should be back this week. Roger did come over after the meeting the other day. There were some options we looked at. First option was going into the living quarters, tearing up the concrete, putting in a sealed manhole in there, where we could access that. A lot of concerns with that, with the fumes and everything, even though we sealed, we still have that potential of having stuff in the building. Another option he brought up is like totally rerouting it, which could be very, very expensive, like going out to the outside and bringing it in a different way. The last option we talked about, I think is probably going to be the best, is invest in a rotor machine and just have it on station there. And when we have the issue, we can just do it ourselves and clean it out ourselves. So I'm looking in.
Tim, the way the pipes go under his living room, there are 3 pipes that come in and they connect to 1 pipe. The low flow pipe is always clogging other pipes. It's gonna continue to clog in there. One solution is to put a manhole, and then you can open the manhole and clean. But now I'm putting a manhole inside the living quarters. I mean, nobody in the right mind says that's a great idea. No. 2 is cutting floors, we're routing everything to the outside, that's a huge endeavor. So the rotor, I told them, for $600-700, $1,000, you can get one that's gas operated. And for as many times as they get clogged, once a year, maybe once every 6 months, they can run it, flush, and be done.
We've done that
My thought with
before.
that is, we've got an employee working in sewer.
Mhm.
I mean, I know there aren't the paramedics, but
I'm probably gonna be the one that's gonna do it, so, to be honest.
The maintenance, I don't know if the health department has anything, do you guys have any concerns with that, opening a regular sewer line? I mean, we do it at our house all the time.
we only deal with residential. Rural.
they're rural, not safe.
That was a question came up too, is there any regulations that we would have to follow? I mean,
And you're on.
You're on city sewer.
Meters, yeah, you're on city sewer, I got meters,
Yeah.
right, like that.
right, Okay. I mean, I think it's our option we've got right now. I think the other option is to get real expensive and then you're opening yourself up for a huge problem with the smell and
I have a problem with the road. I was just thinking about the liability of an employee working sewage. Getting something, saying.
That's gonna be you.
it's gonna be me.
I can't, is there any way to reroute, dig up a bigger area and reroute the pipes so they don't come into a joint like this one comes down here?
They brought one pipe from one building, one pipe from the other, and one pipe from the central building, and somebody very smart decided in the middle of the living room is where they be. I'd have to cut the one building to take it out, the second building to take it
No, I'm
out.
talking about right where the joint is. So you've got like a 5 foot area out and that's exactly jogging. So they don't come into one joint. This one comes to a sanitary sewer, a sanitary key down here. This one is a straight flow, and this one comes to a sanitary. So they actually hit the main line at all different places.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Every time you jog something, it's a 45 or a 22.5, you're creating a place for tissue to sit and backups to happen. With the gravity sewers, the straighter the better, and every time you turn, you have to put a manhole. I mean, that's engineering 101. If you're turning, put a manhole, that's why, straight lines.
It's not the best option, but I think it's gonna be our only option right now.
For as many times as, well, honestly, you don't want to deal with that either, we can have somebody on call and just come in water tower. It's just a pain in the butt for them.
At this point, it's.
I would.
The problem is, the challenge I run into is it doesn't happen at convenient times.
Comes at night.
It happens at nighttime or, Mac comes in, you're talking about cost, I think. That.
$200.
$250 every time. But it's depending on if he's available at that time, and then, with staffing and that, it really kind of puts us at an inconvenience now that we have increased our staff staying at the
You
station.
make the call, you do what you want to do. If you want to get a river, get one, call people, call.
Yeah, I think we'll look at the cost first and see, and then where are we gonna come up with the funding to do it, and go from there. If we feel we can't do that, then we'll go to the option of having somebody do it. Last thing is, after the meeting the other day, Roger came out and looked at the green truck, and so did Carol. I don't know where they stand on that. Not interested? Okay. So, Roger's very interested in it. He said he'll buy it for 10 grand. 10? No, sorry.
He's full of crap.
He's offered what we are minimum bid for it. I don't know if we're gonna get anything different, so I don't know how to go forward with this, which was the $5,000. He's offered that. I think we're probably just gonna have to run with it.
You're not?
No, it costs $3,500, you should get it repainted.
Okay. Oh, it's pretty.
So, I'd like to move forward, but I don't know what do we have to. how do
It's
we-
already been, I don't know if it hasn't, just been declared surplus, it was declared surplus for the sale, it went through the sale process, you didn't have any bids. So we were able to, really it's a late bid, it was paying what our minimum was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine with me.
Thinking of
I try to get more out of it. He won't budge, so
Yeah.
I try to get more, but he won't do it.
It's just, I'm using it as a tools truck. I have a bunch of rentals. It's perfect to put all my tools in.
But I don't have anybody else offer, obviously, we know not any bid, nobody bid on it. Obviously, we like to have more out of it.
I'll make a motion to sell to Rogers R for the bid, or for the, minimum bid price.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
All right.
Aye. Three.
Do I make the check to Bonnie, to Con County? No, seriously, who do I make the check to Con County?
Not counting treasurer.
Check.
Other than that, that's all I got.
I don't think so.
Thank you. Sheriff back there anywhere?
They're not, no, they're on there, we need to talk about everything with them.
Okay.
They are on their way, what, we can.
Go ahead.
They're on the way to get some equipment, but we need to bring back up the body cams. I'm pretty sure we can order body cams, we're gonna verbally go through the body cams again. Originally, they were trying to use ARPA funds, there was a little bit of disagreement between McDermott and misunderstanding, I guess I should say. There was a Igo County used ARP-based funds to buy their body cams. So they're okay. Jake German's not totally on board with it. So we're gonna go ahead and approve the body cams, and let them duke it out. If nonetheless, we can use that. They recommend using that COVID line item that's a similar amount. If they can't be used, yes.
There is, I got noticed the other day, there is a state grant coming out
Okay,
for body cams. It's supposed to be, they pay so much of what, it's kind of a share thing. It's
Okay.
not a full amount.
okay.
But I'll get back on that email.
Yeah. Yeah, if you would send, yeah, go ahead, Greg.
I did get that email too, and I forwarded it on to Terry, but I don't know if he ever looked at it. But I got it too.
Okay, well, we can talk about that. This will keep the process moving along on our half. The amount of the body cams were $100.
$76,358.
Thank you.
And the quote's been sent, so.
Oh, there we go. You're,
I do have it in front of me. So Andrew, make a motion
I'll make a
to
motion.
accept this quote.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
All right.
Aye. That way they can get it ordered and then we can, like I said, duke out which fund we're gonna pay for it out of.
Yeah.
And move on. I thought that they had ordered it last month, but I'm hearing they didn't. So let's get that done. I think the council was in agreement too, all of us was in agreement. We just need to sign the
Yeah.
quote.
And just on that note about the ARPA plans that are coming out from different towns and cities and counties, it's gonna get wild, and it's all anecdotal. You'll hear that this county did this, and it's all true, and who knows how it's all gonna sort out. I would rely on the advice from Farnsburg, but it's still your decision, it's still all those local governing bodies' decision, because it's the guidance on how to spend ARPA is about as clear as reading James Joyce or Dostoevsky. It doesn't make any sense.
And I did reach out to Dudley last month regarding that, and I told him that on the line item for the COVID-19 county general, we did have at least 167,000, but there was supposed to be another 12,000 something coming from Warren County that was supposed to be put back onto that line item. So I just need to make sure what our balance was as of December 31st, 2021. And then we'll have to do additional appropriation to use those funds because the council did not appropriate any funds because they really weren't sure what our balance was. So if we look at that, we work with the auditor and see what the balances are, we can use the majority of it. If we need to use a little bit more, we can certainly use capital outlay similar to purchasing. Pardon me? $176,358.
I believe they've already presented it to council once, right?
Yeah, I think they presented it to you guys, Bill, in December. Actually, I think they presented more than once, so. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, you guys will just have to vote on, where you're gonna have to pay for that. So anyway, anything else for the sheriff's department?
No.
I don't care where you get the money.
No.
Right.
Exactly.
These things are worth the weight in gold.
Yeah,
This is.
It's anecdotal, but Crawfordsville they went through a lot to get their camera system, and they had a crazy case a couple years ago where they were shooting a movie downtown, and it was an independent film, but the movie crew, nobody told anybody what was going on, and it was a burglary scene. And there was a guy going in and out of the building with a mask and a gun. And the police were called and there was a standoff and there was a shot fired. And if they wouldn't have had the body, and it made international news. If they wouldn't have had the camera system, it would have, that camera system completely protected the Department Police Department and the street of Crawfordsville. Because the actor was completely at fault because he pointed his gun at the Crawfordsville police officer. Then he denied it. But if it wouldn't have been on the body cam footage, they were getting public records requests from Japan and Australia, and because that story was just set to blow up, and the body cam saved the city. Wow.
Yes, will do.
Okay, health department.
So we'll make this quick. I have nothing. You have 3 minutes. I was going one.
Eric, tell them I still have nothing. I still have nothing.
I mean, we have all our cases that we're still working on. We found out the one guy that had his fires behind his house last month. Fires, yeah.
Up north.
St. Helens.
I'm on site, for Joe, department got a call and our department.
Wouldn't go down.
Well, we got here and then.
Oh, fine.
There's also a shooting too. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we're just doing our normal stuff that we're working on. Get that in the slide. Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Joe?
I don't really have anything, but I will check on that grant.
Crowd just responded and he was a little concerned. He was just gonna look into it. He said it's for body cams only. The quote that they had for body cams and in-car cams, so he didn't know how that would play out. They'd have to split it up, so he was gonna look into that. So that would be great. If you could help with that process, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, any other departments?
I'll be straight to the point. Where are we at on the website?
We're still working on it. It's in the building phase. We have to get a lot of like 20, 25 pictures that are in high resolution still. So if you have any thoughts on that, but it's still in the process of getting built.
Our district ordinance. The deadline is today. I think we approved that last meeting for the council districts, commissioners districts. I need a copy of it. If I can find, if you have a copy of it, Holly, you have a copy of it. The summary for the district ordinance passed last meeting. Today is the deadline to do that, so I just like to make sure that we actually did that. So.
We did, because I remember assigning the number in the meeting.
Did you guys report any?
But we did for sure.
Okay.
I proved that.
Okay. So they'll just have to finish filling out all that and get it recorded. Yeah, probably haven't signed it. Okay. Yep, that's it.
Okay, and then the precincts are approved by the Indiana Election Division after we got our proof of publication sent. Colleen will have received a letter stating that it was approved, I got a copy of it, that he did it. I have several claims that are going to come in for last year for the election conference. They were actually, because the conference wasn't until December, put on my credit card. So I will be asking for an encumbrance.
And that'll be for the clerk, for the council.
Okay. For those funds. Okay, and then, I think that's it. Happy New Year.
There we go.
Yes.
Any questions or you guys?
Tomorrow's final day, right?
Tomorrow is the first day of filing, deadline tomorrow is February 4th. So if they change their mind, they have so many days after that, they can withdraw too, so. And that's why I was wanting to know about the website, because we are having difficulties getting the website updated, because it is an older website.
It's a
so
while
I'm-
out.
I'm not able to put the new information on there to make it available to the public, so that's why I was asking about the website. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, I know we have on here encumbrance for the assessor's office, but I just want to act on that. Paul, when you get your figures together, I guess, I always thought it just went to the council, but I know it's on here, and we can certainly address, the assessors. And then the council will then, finalize it.
Okay.
Because assessment budget. She's want to encumber funds for last year, her invoices dated in December.
I'll say.
All those in favor? Any other departments? I ask nothing. I do have an invite here from this Dr. Douglas Frank on the COVID-19 election integrity fundraiser event. January 18th, 6 to 9 p.m.
I think his name is Dr. Mathematician.
Is that what it is? Is that what you refer to him as?
No, I love his name, Dr. Mathematician. He goes, no, I think he's a mathematician.
Yeah. I was trying to be nice.
It's a common thing.
Okay, yes.
And I will say, Dr. Frank has been working, he is with Mike Lindell's team with the cyber symposium that went on in August, and it is about election integrity, and being the election administrator of our county, I'm not convinced that there was election fraud in the state of Indiana, but I'm also not convinced that there was not. And so I can only speak on behalf of our county and how we conducted our election with the integrity of it, but when you have the facts and numbers, they don't lie. And so it will be very interesting to hear what Dr. Frank has to say. So you can come. Okay.
Well, we did receive an email about election integrity from a local individual, recommending that we switch to paper ballots, and I told them they'd be pleased to know if they visited your office, they could try them out at any time.
Thank you.
Yes, so you may have some visitors coming.
Bring it on.
It was a past county commissioner for 30 years.
Oh, really?
Yes, she's still. Yeah, keeping the day in the game.
Good.
Yeah. The only other thing before we close, I'd like to ask people to pray for Colleen. Obviously, she's not here and is having some mental issues. Health issues.
Health.
I'm sorry.
And that's how we get started.
No, yeah.
I didn't say that.
I don't even know where that.
Really, I didn't know all four lots. So,
We're both like, oh, God.
Both should be back soon.
There's a lot that needs to be done in the office, and I know it's putting stress on the rest of the office because, if you've not done those tasks, it's overwhelming. So, if I can help, I'm willing to help. In there, 4 years that I can, 19 years, so past 8 years longer, so. Anything as far as reach out to Colleen and let her, ask her, whatever, I can do whatever to help you get through it.
Thank you.
There's a title on here, the next meeting is the 17th, Monday. Monday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Okay, Monday or wrong.
Yeah.
So Tuesday.
One of the things.
Guards?
Yeah.
I forgot to ask you about this. one of the conversations Mayor Raddick and I had was on the building up there. And I told him, I thought, your ambulance building, I told him I thought that was 100% automatic fixing in that building. Is that
Yes. Yes, we've been discussing with him,
The heater.
we're trying to get a heater, like a drop down heater in the bay. And for now, and then we've got some issues with electricity up there. But he asked me to have Mark Winston come in and look at it and give us a pricing on what needs to be done. And Mark's got all that together, and we're supposed to have communicated that to Dwayne.
He did.
Okay,
Yeah, I have the bid right here.
okay. Yeah, we're
$170, so, okay.
when they put on that new addition, the contractor put on that new addition, he wired that whole new addition onto the one breaker. So we just have an ongoing issue with it, so we're trying, Mark's gonna come in and split out some of that out. And then we're also looking at like a drop down heater for right now, because we're 2 years out probably for a building. I know they're pursuing the block grant, like what we got for the Mearsburg EMS station. But some of the things come up was we need a location where we're gonna put it. And then we had to come up with a drawing on that, so the engineer and the architect was there in that meeting we had along with the grant writer. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So we're gonna try to make that building work, try to get it up to code.
Okay. Bolton, the only other thing, the corner van was delivered from Enterprise. It was a real smooth process. They even couldn't get the plates for it. So the municipal plates, they even applied for the plates. And I called and asked them about that. It's kind of hard to get municipal plates sometimes. And they're getting that, so anyhow, it was very nice van, and Josh was thrilled.
Municipal plates are pain in the rear.
Yep.
Once you do it, they're not too bad, but still.
I think we have two more things that we need to address.
Two more appointments to make. I'm just trying to get verification on one.
So, yeah. Yep, want me to make a motion?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to get verification on this one.
I'll make a motion to appoint Travis Kamal as assistant superintendent, if that's all right, Travis. Your current situation? Yes,
Do we have a head nod?
I think so.
I'll second that.
All those in favor? Aye. 3-0.
I'm not waiting on anyone. I want to appoint him. I'll make a motion to appoint Andrew Krauts to serve on the E911 board,
I'll
as he
second.
did before.
And Tim second, all those in favor?
Aye.
3-0.
Question on that, is he representing the law enforcement side on that?
Yes.
So then am I still, I was on that board too, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I think your name was on it too.
It says name on it too. I think it is. You have it.
Not that I want to, somebody else wants to, fine.
I think we appointed him to replace the sheriff.
Right,
It's down, is that down on the bottom?
Yeah, but that was.
I don't remember us ever appointing.
It is.
Are we supposed to?
way back when Don and Craig and them did, right in the very beginning, they did, and they just appointed every year.
You know how to fix it?
I don't know, I mean, if Andrew's the representative, I'm okay with that, but I didn't know how that worked.
Your name is different.
And that's for January last year.
I'll make a motion to appoint Brett Taylor also to the 911 board. Thanks for that.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Now, what do you think about that? Congratulations.
I don't know how, I don't know, it was back when Tommy Craig was doing, that it was an appointment there. I represented them. Represented from the commissioners, what I'm understanding. I don't know how that's written in the rules, I don't know.
It makes sense.
Well, because you're representing me.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't know, that's why, I don't know, I may have to go back and research that, I don't, that's,
okay, we can kind of look through some old,
right,
well, we'll have to go through some old records to see how it came to be.
Yeah.
Because yes, I do know that you're going to those and the knowledge that you have.
so I
You know, with
think
the
like
board.
Warren County has, the commissioners appoint one person, and then you have to appoint a person.
What do you say?
I don't remember what that represented, then obviously law enforcement has to be like one from the cities, then the two sheriffs.
And I think that's where Andrew came in, so maybe if the commissioner is involved and then maybe we appointed you.
Right, and maybe what you may have to
We're just doing
research.
Andrew because he's not the acting sheriff.
Right, may have to research on, but it's, that
Okay.
was back 2 years ago.
Because are you thinking now we appointed one today? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't know, I mean, it's, you know, how, I haven't seen the rules, so how that's set up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I represent all the emergency services within the county. These guys want me. I don't know, that's when I first started as director, that's what I was, that's what they called it, I was.
Yeah. Yeah, Monday morning, kid.
I know.
Okay, anything else? Okay, so can I get, run out of room? Can I
Make
get
a motion.
motion to adjourn?
Adjourn.
I will think that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Oh.